Hey guys, it's Eric, owner of Farpoint Farms, and today I'm going to do a short review of an impact gun that I have owned since I'd say 99 probably, maybe early 2000 I picked it up. That would be this IR 231 XP. The XP stood for extra power. Now this model is no longer made, but the IR 231 series of guns is still made. Been around forever. It's pretty much the industry standard as far as impact guns go. If you are a tech getting into the business and you want a powerful gun for a little bit of money with great reliability and durability, the IR 231 is pretty much the way to go. Like I said, I bought this, I'm going to guess, the end of '99. And at that time it cost $179. Nowadays you can get the 231C, which is pretty much the same gun, perhaps a few foot-pounds less torque in either direction, for $139 on Amazon. So it's actually come down in price. Now it is all steel construction, metal all the way through. I have this cover that's been on there since sometime in the early 2000s. That's just a plastic boot that goes over to protect some of it. But here's some pictures of it close up to give you an idea of kind of life it's had. Here's this side and here's the other side. Oh, it's been dropped from full height on the lifts. It's been I don't think it's been run over, but it's probably been pushed out from underneath the tire if I caught it at the edge. I've dropped it with sockets on it. I've dropped it without sockets on it. I've used it and abused it excessively for like 17 years, let's say. Think about that, 17 years. And in all those years, I have rebuilt this gun 0 times. And guess what? After 17 years, it finally needs to be rebuilt. At some point, I'm going to cut the plastic that's been on this thing for all those years off of it, unbolt it. You can get a kit for this for $30 or $40 and I will rebuild this. But I decided it's time to take it home. So this is going to be the gun that I use around the house, and I'll purchase another one for work. I've got the Cobalt one, which I'm currently using at work, the 700 foot-pound Cobalt gun, which I did a review on a couple weeks ago. Well, this one is now at home, that one's now on full duty. Eventually I'll replace it. I'm kind of torn between getting another IR, although the guys at the shop would prefer that I didn't. We'll get into the reason why soon enough. But I've been thinking about that, or an Aircat, or possibly maybe I'd try one of those not Thunder Gun, the Earthquake XT from Harbor Freight. It's got pretty good reviews. It's got a pretty limited warranty on it though, so I'm a little bit weary about that. Anyway, back to the gun at hand, or in hand. The IR 231, it's a beast. It weighs close to 7 pounds. I think it's over 6.5 pounds. And it's loud. I would say that half of my hearing loss could easily be attributed to using this for the last 17 years. The other half would be my time in the military. But it's an ear ringer, and that's probably where your most modern guns are going to beat this hands down, is the sound, the noise, the decibel level. Let's face it, if you're a mechanic and you're working in an environment where these are getting used daily by you, by people you work around, you know, a quiet gun sure makes for a nicer shop. That being said, price per power, I couldn't go wrong with this gun, and I've used it. The ringing in my ears, hey, we're going to lose our hearing anyway, so what difference does it make what it is that causes it? Only complaints I have with this gun is that it is loud and it is heavy. But when I bought it, all guns were loud and heavy. Now, 20 years later, you've got technology with composite materials. IR makes the 2235. Obviously, everybody has a composite air gun on the market now, and some of them are really nice, which is why I'm torn about whether I want to buy another one of these or something else. But I can't say nice enough things about it in the sense of durability, reliability, ruggedness. You could take it and drop it from here, and I have, and it keeps going. Matter of fact, about 2 years ago, I had this thing sitting on the table, and when I turned around, I kicked the cord a little bit, dropped it completely into a 55-gallon drum of washer fluid, and submerged completely. So you would think it would rust up, it would get crudded up, and I considered taking it apart and buying a rebuild kit for it at that point, and I just didn't, because again, I wasn't really sure that I needed to. After all these years, I had so much of my value out of it that it wasn't really worth rebuilding anymore. But I took it out, dried it off, blew it off, ran air through it, then I put more oil in it and greased the grease fitting here, back here, and lo and behold, it worked for another 2 years. Now maybe that's why the seals have finally given out on this thing. It still works. You can still take things on and off with it. It still feels like it has plenty of power, but it has run-on. The trigger mechanism has got a little bit of a leak, so when you let off the trigger, it kind of sounds like it's idling. The sockets will turn around slowly on it. That's not bad for 17 years of hard use. I mean, look at the, let me show you again the picture of it close up. Look at the beating and banging this thing has had through it. You know, it's pretty impressive, huh? So that's it. I wanted to say that IR, and I don't know if the new guns are made as quality as this one is, but this IR 231 XP, which is the 231 series, probably closest related to the Thunder gun. The XP just stood for extra power. It takes slightly different rebuild kit than the regular IRs, but there's not a lot of difference. There's no weight difference. There's no overall size difference. I'm giving it an A+, because there's not many tools that a mechanic owns for 17 years that operate flawlessly for 17 years. That's it. I'm Eric, owner of Farpoint Farms. Hope you enjoyed today's little video review. The IR 231, if you are a beginning mechanic, if you are a mechanic looking for a second gun, maybe one for the house, or if you're an old timer and miss the good old days, can't go wrong with an IR. Take care.